Welcome back to Shadow Colossus.
Yeah, indeed. It's shadowing and it's colossying.
It is
And
so coloss.
what is that? What is das?
But
You're seeing what I'm seeing, right?
yeah,
Why
yeah,
is it
no, that
saying?
zero colossi, zero time. Better fucking say. Oh, good. Right, it's averted,
Oh, you just weren't loaded to the right profile. Okay.
which is really weird.
Maybe your sister's been playing your PlayStation.
She hasn't. I don't live with her.
I mean, fair, but still, you never know.
Ah, aggro, my good friend.
I don't know. That horse is getting.
The horse is thinking the scroll's not worth it. We're barely a quarter in.
He's giving her a sniff, and he's like, "Yeah, she's rotting pretty fast. You're leaving her out in the sun. What are you gonna do about that?" But typically, you don't leave corpses out in the sun. It just makes them rot faster.
Yeah. Ah, yes. The next foe is a colossal shadow across a misty lake.
Is it the bird?
I don't kn- Oh, I guess it is the bird. Yeah, it is the bird.
The bird's like one of the high water marks for this
Oh,
game.
absolutely. It is one of the it's one of the ones that was in all the advertising.
I mean, even outside of that, like it's just like a high water mark for a very good reason, and that reason is it's really fucking cool.
Oh, yeah. Every Colossus except for the two uh the two that I've already mentioned are the only two that I can remember that I can think of that I don't like. Um,
I really like the turtle one later.
yeah.
So you sent me some images.
Right. Okay. So I learned a few months ago that there was. So I'm not on TikTok. Which means typically when I learn about TikTok drama, unless it's like massive, uh, like massive drama, I typically don't hear about it until way later. I recently learned that there was drama regarding macaroni and cheese.
Oh boy, should I look at the images now?
Uh, so I did spoiler them. Look at the first one. That is what someone had posted that with a step-by-step guide on how to make it.
That's a lot of mac and cheese. Okay.
It looks delicious.
It
It,
looks a bit like soup, but okay. I'm not a huge mac and cheese person, so I wouldn't
oh,
know.
I love mac and cheese. And then people were posting their videos following the step-by-step guide and
Okay.
the results, which generally were uh,
Hit or miss.
yeah, and usually only missed due to human error. Um, Unspoiler the second one.
They made a casserole?
They made a fucking casserole. So they made a TikTok being like, okay, we followed the recipe and it was one of the worst. We followed the recipe and it was one of the worst uh thing mac and cheese that we've ever uh done. Come on. Oh, fuck, I'm here again. This is the wrong place. And, like, they went on about how, like, oh, we spent $150 on the ingredients. Had to go through 2 cheese graters. And then, you know, when it was pointed out, like, hey, that doesn't look like you followed the recipe at all. You know, one of the biggest indicators being that it was breaded.
It's a fucking casserole. How can you, like... That was not the recipe. They're not comparable. It's impossible to get a casserole out of a mac and cheese recipe.
Yeah, so the first one is, like, lots of cheese and spices and the noodles all in a big bowl. The second one is, like, it looks like Kraft mac and cheese in, it looks like Kraft mac and cheese in a casserole dish with, like, you know, breaded on top. And
Yes.
and they kept blaming
The recipe?
yeah, they kept blaming the recipe when it's very obviously, you know. Okay, so I have to get that.
Not the recipe. That's a fucking casserole.
Yeah.
How the fuck do you make a casserole when you're trying to make mac and cheese? At what point does your brain start firing and go, wait a minute, something's wrong here? Did you pull up the wrong recipe? Who'd you put in charge of the recipe? Maybe they have a vendetta against you and really wanted you to make a goddamn casserole.
Yeah, and the thing is, it was a step-by-step guide on how to make it. So it's impossible to fuck it up unless, or it's really difficult to fuck it up. And to fuck
I'm
it
just
up
gonna
that
assume
bad.
this is an elaborate, like, intentional fuck up just for the drama.
If I remember correctly, they ended up deleting their shit because of the backlash.
The backlash you were telling them, what the fuck did you make a casserole and think it was mac and cheese?
Yeah. The person who made the original dish made a second step-by-step guide that was like, all right, if you want it to be done well, you have to actually follow the steps and not go off on your own unless you know what you are doing, but also realize that by deviating from the recipe, you will get a different result.
Like, I'm just trying to think, like, how... That seems unreasonable because, like, at a certain point, it's like... It's so different. How?
What is that?
What is with online drama and being, like, a mix of the weirdest thing along with, the good old classic, how dare you say we piss on the poor?
Well, I blame the algorithm. The algorithm on any website pushes for some of the dumbest people in the world. To, you know, be the loudest. Oh, I think I need to leave.
Unfortunately, if there's one thing I've learned, it's that, one, Bidoof's law is still right for
Oh,
some
yeah.
baffling reason. And two, people love to correct people, even when it's, like, very obvious they're, like, intentionally being wrong. Sharks are indeed very smooth.
They are.
I touched a shark and it was very smooth. The
It's,
smoothest, actually. I could make a shark skin pillowcase, and it is just so wonderfully smooth.
they're
I can.
smooth on both ways.
I like to shove my head right into my shark skin pillow and just rub viciously because it's so smooth.
Yeah. That's how. There we go.
I love how mossy this water looks.
Oh yeah, moss is always a good aesthetic.
Eh. Some people can take it or leave it on the VR aspect, though.
Eh?
The joke for the two of you in the audience who might have gotten that is that there is a very popular VR game called Moss, known for its beautiful aesthetic.
Speaking of beautiful aesthetics, this bird.
Indeed.
It is beautiful.
It is big.
I like its face.
So recently, and I'll talk about this more when tomorrow comes, but let's talk remasters.
Yeah, because we're playing a remaster right now.
So recently, remasters are big. Everybody knows this right now.
Yeah.
And some of the really good ones are the Paper Mario and the Thousand Year Door remaster. Still great, by the
That
way.
was such a fantastic remaster.
Literally just any change was just a quality of life improvement.
Yeah, and they brought back the plotline of Vivian being trans.
Yes, Transvivian is real again. I am sad that they got rid of the Three Shadow Sirens as a name.
I mean, people will still call them that.
True. Three Shadows isn't nearly as interesting as Shadow Siren. But another remaster that came out very recently is a remaster of the first three Gex games.
Yeah. Which you can.
We'll go more into because I have actual complaints about that.
Oh boy.
But don't worry, it's not going to be a massive complaining spree.
That's good. We've
like,
done enough massive complaining sprees with Sonic 06.
Sonic 06 is its own can of worms. But speaking of remasters, Sonic Project 06. It's a remaster / port of Sonic 06. Have you given that a play yet?
What? Oh, I gotta
Sonic
raise
Project
the...
06?
Oh, is this the one where don't I have to like raise the water level?
No.
No. All right.
You're supposed to get the bird to attack you and then jump on his wings.
Ah, okay. Well, let me get to land or some kind of surface. 'Cause- Oh yeah, thank you, Dorman. I'm just trying to get to.
Dorman's trying his best. You just gotta accept that.
I know. I'm just trying to swim.
You don't know what game I just remembered exists,
What?
and it drives me crazy.
What?
Uncharted 3. Are you familiar with any of the Uncharted games?
I've like watched the explained.
Okay, so Uncharted 3 is
Wait, where is the bird?
kind of bad. Like, all the gameplay is great, which is, fine, dandy, what have you. But the story is really bad because one of the characters teleports regularly. How to explain it? Like, he'll shoot a person, walk behind a wall, and despite the fact that the wall is a complete dead end, he'll have mysteriously vanished.
Oh.
Now, the main plot follows a witch hunt of sorts for a lost city that was destroyed by jinn. Genies.
Yeah,
know?
I know.
And in the Uncharted series, there's always the implication that all the mystical stuff is real, you know?
Yeah.
Obviously. To some degree. It has an explanation, but it's all real. So, so most of the story is spent chasing this guy who's magically aware of everything, who has drugs that can hypnotize people.
No, that's
who's
not
got like every single goddamn advantage under the book, and it's all practically magical powers. You don't know what the twist is at the very end?
It's not magic?
No, it's still all magic. The problem is he's just a random ass dude, and none of it is actually magic. All of it's magical in power, but it's not magic because it's like the drug that perfectly hypnotizes people and steals their intellect, and like the bullet that that paralyzes a man from the waist down just by grazing them, stuff like that, etc., etc. Just like all this mundane ass stuff that does like this magically impossible nonsense is actually just a dude, and it just happens that way. Now, a big part of this is because Uncharted 3 is very much a case of we wrote the story on a whim because we had to get all the set pieces together, you know?
Yeah. I think we were talking
and
about...
yeah, and it's kind of the issue. And I have no idea why I suddenly started thinking about Uncharted 3 again, you know?
Yeah.
I think it's just the magical setting. God, I love the music, by the way.
Oh, absolutely. I love the music. I love the spectacle. Just look at this.
Oh yeah, you were just hanging onto that bird for dear life, stabbing it wing by wing.
Oh, yeah. Get on its back. God, if I had a nickel for every time I was hanging on for dear life on a giant bird, I'd have 2 nickels.
One of which would be a blue coin.
Yep. Oh, they knew exactly what I was referring to.
It's Mario's Sunshine.
Yeah, the sandbird.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, actually. I was about to make that exact same joke.
God, this guy's got some really good grip strength. I love that you can see him just fucking fall.
I like to imagine that the reason Wanderer has such great grip strength is that he just really, really wants to pet those dogs.
Yeah. I can get away.
You got this.
I can do it. I can do it.
You got it. You got it. Yeah, you're about to do it.
I'm gonna do it. I'm
You
gonna
got
do
this.
it.
Well, look how long it's been. You're doing it right here, right now.
I can escape. I can do it. They're not gonna catch me. I'm gonna get that secret
This isn't
ending.
going on for a concerning long amount of time.
fuck.
Actually,
That is what I like about it, is that it does have enough of a delay that there gets to be a point where you think maybe you might be able to do it.
This one was a concerning amount of delay, personally.
Well, that's just because it was in the water. All the ones in the water, because the bodies sink to the bottom of the lake.
Oh, right. Yeah, fair enough.
Look at all those chickens. But yeah, I've recently been listening to a YouTuber that exclusively talks about TikTok drama.
Oof.
You know, that way I can learn what's going on without getting involved or having to download the app.
You know, so when Chalkfee shows up, you can be like, yeah, I know what's going on with TikTok drama.
Yeah. Another one that another bit of TikTok drama that's just baffles me. So there was there's a wedding. There's a wedding. The bride booked a stylist like a year in advance. You know, put down the down payment or the
Of course.
deposit. Not down payment. The deposit for the stylist. Like 6 weeks before the wedding, the stylist contacts her and is like, "Hey, my brother's getting married on that same weekend, so I'm gonna have to cancel." And then the bride's like, "Okay, that's fine, I guess." I mean, the bride was.
Can I get the money back?
Yeah, and the stylist was like, "Oh, sorry, we have a no refund policy. It was a non-refundable deposit." And she was trying to insist that she shouldn't have to give the money back because she didn't double book. But, you know, she did. She explicitly double booked because she cannot go to the wedding that someone put a deposit down for her service because she's going to a different wedding, which is double booking.
Yeah, I mean, it might be like your whatever brother's wedding or whatnot, but it's still
That's still double
like
booking.
that's bad business.
Yeah, and it's...
You will not win that lawsuit.
Oh, yeah, no, she did eventually, after a lot of fuss and fighting, she did eventually refund. And still insisted that she shouldn't have to.
So, recently at work, we had, I don't know if I can tell this story, but I think it should be fine. We had Employee Appreciation Day. And the food that was supposed to arrive for that wasn't showing up even after, like, several hours. What we ended up discovering, or rather I'd ended up discovering, like, today, when I came in, was that the third-party driver, who was like an Uber driver or something.
That's a little bit... Sorry,
DoorDash. Did I cut out at one point?
No. I was having a little trouble controlling the sword.
Huh. So, like, the third-party driver, who's like a DoorDasher or whatever, apparently saw, like, the massive amount of food for an Employee Appreciation Day and thought they could get away with stealing it.
How?
So, yeah.
Oh, is this the worm? Oh, is this the worm?
I I admit I was not really paying attention to which colossi it was.
I think it's the worm. My dad is watching Dune in the next room over, so it's very appropriate.
It's actually kind of funny.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, it ended up getting stolen by the DoorDasher or whatever company they ended up using. And the company ended up remaking all the food and whatnot. But, absolutely wild. This guy was like, yeah, I'm gonna compromise my entire side gig just to steal what is essentially a bunch of food that is gonna go bad within a day.
Where
Like, none of
is...
that is gonna be like something he's gonna be
There.
able to like do anything with after a day or two. I don't know. This is why I don't trust DoorDash, because it's just my experiences with it come from like other people. But, like, everybody's
Get
always
the
telling
fucking
me,
boat
yeah,
out!
this DoorDasher I used spent like 5 hours in like line or at
Fuck.
like
What?
someplace else, so now my food is cold
Shit.
or like whatnot. And it's like, yeah, it's kind of why I don't do DoorDash.
Fuck, how do I... What did I... Yeah, I know, I saw it. I'm trying to... I don't remember what I used. Okay, that's what it was. Move aggro. Yes! Get it. Yeah!
5 line skink trophy earned.
Ah, that's satisfying. Alright, now where was I going?
You're following the light.
Raymundo, go
Don't
towards the
go into the light. I like that we both have the same brain cell to say that.
It was... That episode fucking messed me up as a child.
Such an iconic
It
episode.
is. It's a massive turn for the show. It was like, what, the end of the first season?
Yeah, about, yeah. Great action scenes, great drama,
Yeah.
um, great just about everything, especially with that Shaolin showdown.
Oh,
That
yeah.
was like,
It was great. Like, fucking, lighthouse tag or whatever it was called. Oh,
yeah, it was
there's a
like,
big temple there.
yeah, it was like, don't get caught by the light.
It inspired a level in Arkham. I don't know if that's actually true. I just remember when we played Arkham and we got to that level, we kept making the joke.
I mean, yeah, it's a really good
Ow.
one. Uh,
I found the entrance.
what's an iconic lighthouse moment for you?
Like, I mean, BioShock, obviously.
Oh, true. I was gonna say, Iron Giant.
Oh, yeah, that one's also pretty good.
Yeah, that's a pretty iconic scene. That's like a great way to start your movie, by the way.
Fine, I'll go over.
I'm always gonna feel bad for Brad Bird on that one because, dear God, the studio really screwed him over on that.
Yeah. It's such a beautiful and unique movie. There's only one other movie that I've ever seen with that kind of art style. Oh, god damn it. Is this... Wait.
Oh, it's
Oh,
is this
no,
the
it's...
one?
No, it's this one's...
It's not the worm. I know what this one is.
Yeah, no. Okay. This isn't one
I'm
of
wondering.
the... I know which one this one is. It's the one that I keep thinking... or not thinking, but it gives me the same vibes as one of the bosses in the original God of War.
The Minotaur?
Yep.
Mm.
I mean, granted, there's only 2 bosses in that, or 3 bosses in that game, so it's not hard to pinpoint.
I mean, that's fair, but still. And I'm just thinking about Bioshock again.
It's a good game. It's a really good game.
I'm actually really interested in like Ken Levine's new game coming out later this year, I think. Judas. That looks really interesting.
Oh, I think I broke it. Oh, yeah, it's this one with the beard.
That's a fun one.
I love this one. But yeah, it's the one that gives me the vibes of Minotaur.
That's valid. He's got very Minotaur vibes, you know? He's basically chasing you throughout the entire area, and it's basically a mini labyrinth.
Oh yeah. I need to get on his beard.
Fun fact, Hades in early development was actually about Theseus and the Minotaur.
Huh.
The idea was that you were Theseus instead of, Zagreus, the son of Hades. And the plot was about Theseus working his way through the labyrinth to kill the Minotaur. And each run was a different retelling of the story.
Ooh, interesting.
They found it was kind of stifling because Theseus kind of has a set personality in the myths, whereas Zagreus is way more...
Oh right, he's gonna reach into here, and I'm gonna grab on the hair on his hand.
Yep.
That's what it was. Ow.
Oh, he pulled way too fast.
Oh,
No,
wait.
no, it's
yeah,
his beard, yeah. He
yeah.
leans down to look for you. There
Right.
you go. Hey, why are you hanging off my beard? I'm not that
Hey,
old.
that itches.
Oh, he's got little jewelry, little earrings.
Yeah. I love, what I love about this is the variety in style of the colossi. Because, there's the ones that look like they were architecture that were given life, and then there's ones that were, like, alive, but the architecture sort of formed around them.
Yeah, I get that.
Oh, it's so itchy. Clearly what I need to do is take a note from Nappa and smash it against the wall. You
I was
imagine
about
that?
to say, make it do a Chaozu.
Wait, you want Wander to explode?
And that would be funny, yeah.
I mean, that is also the same fight that... I can do it. That is the same fight, because right before Chaozu explodes, Nappa does, like, slam his back into a wall. This one is the one I find, like... oh, fuck, I gotta run. This is one that I find the saddest because it is the most, like, Uh, it's one that looks the most like a person. So it's harder to disconnect as it being like a monster or an automaton.
I get that.
It's the one that looks the least architecture.
It's very humanoid shaped, you know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the colossi are so beautiful, though. So how's your week been?
It's been a fine week. Very little actual complaints here, to be honest.
That's fair.
I've been watching Doctor Who recently, as
Oh,
I've
nice.
mentioned before.
Yeah. I still need to see the newest season. I need to
When
get in
you
the mood.
do, let me know, because I will have so much to say to you.
Ah, the serpent.
Now we get to the serpent.
Yeah. The lake serpent, not the sandworm.
Darn, the eel.
Yeah, it's the eel. I
Uh,
like the eel.
I like the eel too. Unfortunately, that's like the one I never actually fought.
Oh.
I had other people do that one for me, mostly because, as you know, I have a fear of digital water.
Yeah. Because
I've
the
gotten over it.
the devs could have put anything.
Yeah, they could put anything in there. You could drown. It's horrifying. Drowning is like absolutely terrifying.
Yeah. I almost got it. Oh, aggro, what the fuck did you do? That was so pathetic.
Absolutely wild.
Is that the lake? Yeah, that's the lake.
Oh, so my brother has been reading a bunch of books lately, mostly on audio tape.
Oh, same.
And he's been telling me about the ones that he ends up dropping for one reason or another. And apparently he dropped a fantasy series recently because the plot is really, really stupid.
Oh boy, what is it?
Apparently, every night demons show up and start killing people in this fantasy world, and the only way to stop them is to use defensive runes that you place around a building or whatnot.
Yeah.
And because of this, every single chapter or whatever, they have to contrive a reason for these circles to fail. Be it a cow bumps over a bucket of water, or a leaf falls on the circle, or somebody sneezes and the salt shifts, that kind of shit.
You know how I would handle it? I would handle it as there is, like, a traitor working with the demons to sabotage.
Oh, anybody can do like these little defensive runes.
Oh.
Well, the main thing is that for whatever reason, all the offensive runes are lost. Nobody knows what they are anymore. All the offensive powers are gone. So everybody just has to use defensive magic now, you know?
How's that? By the way,
Just all the offensive magic is gone.
you want to see
Anyway.
something cool also?
Okay. Show me this something cool. Oh, it's a corpse. It's all sand now.
Yeah, it's the, what was this, the first one we
Second
fought?
colossi.
I think
The second.
it was the second?
Yeah, this is the second. It's on the beach. It's even part of the natural environment.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually quite beautiful and sad in a way.
Yeah.
Anyway, so the protagonist, who's basically kind of like a very boring, like, if we all fight together, we can stop the demons. What are
Oh,
you risking? Kind of like hopeful optimist kind of deal, you know?
oh, generic.
Yeah, kind of generic. This is, to be fair, if somebody knows this book and they're like, that's not how it goes at all, I'm giving this like secondhand from my brother who tells me these stories. I think you went the wrong way.
It,
Anyway, so the main character finds these runes, the offensive runes, in a random place he just stumbles upon for the first time in like centuries, which is like literally off the main road. So he becomes the Runed Man or the Marked Man or whatever because he puts all the offensive runes on his body, so he has permanent offensive power. And he never shares them with anybody,
what an asshole.
just so he can go around punching demons with his bare hands.
God damn. That is so
And
generic.
it is, and I'm leaving out the fact that apparently whoever wrote this book really, 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 really liked the first few episodes of Game of Thrones, in which people were getting naked all the time for all the wrong reasons. Basically, sexual assault everywhere.
Jesus Christ, who's the
Just,
author?
I do not know.
Shadiversity?
I do not know. But yeah, lots of that everywhere apparently. And my brother eventually was like, "Well, I looked up reviews on the next few books to see if like they're any better, and apparently they all review worse." So that's when he decided he was done.
Yeah, I would have called it quits too. Is this not... Can't see shit.
Yeah, he says he read some reviews, and the reviews were like, "Oh, this is actually really good," and then like, no, it wasn't.
Oh, hey, what the
It
fuck?
really wasn't, folks.
There. Oh, wait, don't know what that was.
And look, I get it. You want to put a little edginess in your book, you know, for the audience. But there's better ways, you know?
Yeah.
I don't even think like Game of Thrones relies that heavily on like the shock value of sex in the medium anymore.
Yeah, also the sex in, like, the sex in Game of Thrones served a narrative purpose. It's what kickstarted the series, was Bran seeing two characters having sex when they absolutely were not supposed to. Because, you know, the whole inciting mystery was around the fact that Joffrey, is next in line to be king, was not actually a Baratheon. He was a bastard between Cersei and Jaime.
Because the original heir died or something.
They had no original heir.
Mm. Well, as I said, I never actually seen Game of Thrones, and it's kind of off my radar.
Fair enough.
But yeah, at least
Okay, that's
at least George R. R. Martin is a better writer, so he knows, you know, things have to make it a little more sense, you know.
Yeah, and it's very clear when you see the context in which the sex scenes happen that it's not there just for the sake of having a sex scene. They do serve a plot purpose.
And it's not just to be creepy and weird. God. So speaking of like creepy, weird, like shows and or books that are like that rely on like the shock value of sexual assault. We're getting this video would be demonetized if we actually monetized any of our stuff. um, there's like an anime or something. I watched Mother's Basement. Great videos all about. And the one thing I've noticed in like every single bad isekai is that very often it defaults to sexual assault within like the first episode, the hero stops a sexual assault and he's like beat up by the peers because sexual assault because they're all teenagers or something. I don't know. And he's the one good guy because he tries to stop it.
How the fuck do I get to the lake? Now, if down there wasn't the way... Yeah. Oh, what was that one really shitty anime?
It's the one with the guy who has like the really weak abilities, but he's got like that 1% chance to stun and poison people.
No, no, it's the one about the text messages.
Oh right,
King's Game.
King's Game.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's also really bad. So apparently, I don't remember the name of this one, but it comes up a few times, and like when Mother's Basement brings up like really bad anime that just relies on like shock value. The premise is basically that's about this guy who is mistreated by some sort of gotcha goddess because he has like really low level spells. But the gimmick that he discovers is that they all have 100% hit rate. And apparently paralysis is paralysis and lasts forever in this world.
What the fuck?
So he basically just points at somebody and goes, paralysis! And they're frozen. And then he just kills them by poisoning them. He goes, paralysis, poison, paralysis, poison. And his only weakness is the fact that he has a maximum target amount of 100 people.
That's a lot of people.
And that's what the story evolves into, apparently, because the halfway point,
I send wave
the
after
enemies
wave
just throw
of my
him bodies
men.
at him, yeah.
Yeah,
Just to hit that number.
the Brannigan tactic. It worked for Wonder Woman.
Wonder Woman is such a good movie.
No, I don't. It has not aged well. Gonna be honest. But also,
I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I barely remember that movie, but I enjoyed a lot of it.
yeah.
I think it's one of those movies where, like, it has a lot of flaws, but now that there's been more time, I'm like, yeah, I'm fine with its flaws. It's not a great movie. The ending kind of sucks massively.
Oh yeah. Also
it eats its own message halfway through. But like the romance is really good.
I feel like a lot of the stuff surrounding it has kind of sullied the movie. You know,
the rest of the DC Extended Universe.
Well,
the sequel.
And also, Gal Gadot in general.
True. I kind of stopped thinking about her,
Yeah. I mean, Linda Carter's cameo, or not Linda Carter. No, not.
It was Linda Carter.
Yeah, it was. Shit. Fuck. God damn it. Now I'm. Okay, I know what was going on. I was getting Linda Carter and Lucy Lawless confused in my mind. because I said Linda Carter, I intended Linda Carter, but when I tried to double check in my mind, I
You
was
got
thinking,
Lucy Lawless.
yeah, I was thinking, wait, no, Linda Carter was Xena, wasn't she? Okay, this has to be it. Okay. Because there's a fucking spiral staircase that leads... Yes, okay, here we are.
So very regularly, I have an issue where, like, I'll watch a video, and, like, the person starts off sounding really reasonable. Like, they'll be talking about something, like, bad characterization or whatnot, and they'll be talking about, like, morals in Hollywood are really messed up, and I'll be like, okay, where
Oh.
is this going? I'm slightly interested.
And then it goes into being like, oh, it's all the wokes.
It's no, they don't go that far. They try to be clever about it, but like the big tell every single time is that they'll show the same goddamn clip from Captain Marvel where she just shoots the guy at the end. You know, the big macho guy gets shot at the end because she's done listening to his bullshit.
Yeah.
Or he's like, fight me like a man, no powers, no weapons. He just shoots him.
Yeah. I mean,
Like,
Harrison Ford
Indiana
did that.
Jones did it.
Exactly. We were just going for the same example. I mean, Harrison Ford did it twice. Don't forget Han shot first.
And like, then there are people who would be like, they're different kinds of things because he's trying to be honorable. He wasn't. He wasn't. Don't even pretend. He was legitimately a bad guy who was always looking down on people.
Oh, this one's so beautiful.
But yeah, they'll always talk about like the bit in which he just shoots the guy, and it's like, look, that's the character arc.
Look,
The character
Deadpool
arc
did
is
the
that
same
she's
thing.
learned to, yeah, the character arc there is that she's learned to stop listening to this guy who's been manipulating her. Boom.
Yeah.
God, I love this Colossus, even if I am absolutely terrified of anything in the deep water. You gotta wait for it to surface, I believe.
Yeah. I think it surfaces by this, surfaces this way. Like, by this
I think
thing.
one of my main issues, and probably like the only issue I can really think of, is that once you understand like some of the colossi patterns, the bad habit forms where you just sort of find a position to sit down and just wait.
I mean, I think it's fine in this case because it's not like there's a system built for, you know, quick combat. This is a game where we are hunting.
True.
I have to be in the water to make it surface.
I think it surfaces if you just agitate it enough.
I can't agitate it.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And I do like
What's
that.
like a cool monster from the game that's not this one?
A cool monster not from Shadow of Colossus.
It's like a cool
Okay, it's
giant
aggroed.
monster that you can fight.
It's aggroed. I can tell because of the eyes.
You didn't see me, you couldn't see me do it, but I was doing a thumbs up actually. So.
God damn it.
Dang.
Oh god, cool giant monsters. Trying to think, because there are a lot. I really like Argrok in Twilight Princess. That's the dragon.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was. I like a lot of the Twilight Princess bosses. Because all of them are like regular things corrupted by the dark powers, you know? Diababa is a Deku Baba that's been corrupted by the Fuse Shadow. The one in the mines is a Goron that's been corrupted by the Fuse Shadow.
Fair enough.
Come on, aggro. Maybe if I press triangle.
I thought that was your horse.
Yeah, that's why
You
I'm
can
pressing
whistle, I think.
That's why. Oh, yay, it worked. I was mashing the button. That's what I meant by maybe if I press triangle. That's the button to call aggro.
Fair enough.
God damn it. Okay. I think I need to be in front of its electrics instead of like off to the side. Part of it is that it's also hard to tell depth perception.
Oh yeah, definitely. Depth perception is forever funky.
Damn it. It looked like I was close enough.
You'll get there.
I know. It's just hard to tell where exactly. Okay, maybe if I have this pillar as a frame of reference. Come on.
It's just like those dragons in Tears of the Kingdom flying around and bring you.
I mean, it's a lot easier to see where they are in Tears of the Kingdom because, you know, they're not
underwater.
Yeah, they're not under murky water. And you have some solid frames of reference as to where the distance of stuff is.
There he goes. He's aggroed.
Yeah. Okay, this is the perfect spot.
He just gulps you down in a single motion by killing you instantly.
Ah.
God, the underwater is really beautiful here.
Yeah. Pretty sure there's one up there.
I think it's all by the head, really. You have the bow equipped, that's part of the issue.
No, I have the sword. Yeah, no, there's not one down here. It's just really weird. This is like where it usually would be.
I think they want you to get to the head, which is where all the challenge is.
Yeah.
You know what's a really cool giant monster? The Leviathan from
Fuck.
Atlantis.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wait.
No, you stab it.
Yeah, I know. I didn't see it at first. Stab it and that gets rid of its electrics.
Yep. Yeah, you have to hit those 3 spots for its glowy spot because it's vulnerable.
Yeah. If I ever died, would you kill 16 giant monsters to bring me back?
I'd give it a shot. I'd try the first one and then I'd see how I feel from there.
I love their eyes.
They're very spirally.
There we go. Alright.
Speaking of like waves of lightning, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown.
That is a beautiful game.
Absolutely beautiful game. I was thinking about the Raging Sea.
That you hyped that up without telling me anything about it, other than, hey, there's this area you're gonna really fucking love.
And you loved it. And
I
you knew
did.
exactly which one I was referring to because I know your taste.
You do know my taste, and that's what I love about you. I can make
Except
it.
when it comes to anything Zelda-like.
That's not Zelda-like though. In Zelda there isn't a there's no oceans frozen in time.
I was referring to Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy.
Oh, that is not Zelda-like. Let's be honest.
To be fair, it is like a series of linear dungeons with a world between them, with minor puzzles in between, and you interact with the various citizens, and you do quests for them that get you money and other stuff, like a big pouch for cash. It's very surface level, I guess.
Yeah,
in
very
that case.
very surface level, and can be applied to so many other things. That's just a typical RPG. That's an action RPG.
It's a very good one, though. I enjoyed Sphinx the Cursed Mummy a lot.
Yeah. I'm sorry I didn't really enjoy it as much.
It's fine. We were having a rough moment. I was really not enjoying other game, Eternal Darkness, at the same time.
Oh, God,
So we were kind of rubbing off bad vibes onto each other.
Yeah, we were playing each other's favorite games, but not vibing with them, which... Yeah.
To be fair, my not going for headshots is way different than you refusing to engage with the puzzle and instead try to make a jump and a wall shimmy.
It worked.
True.
It did work. I like game. I love it when a game has multiple solutions to a puzzle. I'm sorry, that's mean. But yeah, no, I do want to try Eternal Darkness again at some point. But I'd want to. I need to get back into, like, I need to play it all at once. Like, you know, do the 2 playthroughs so that we can get the true ending on camera.
I guess. I thought it was 3 endings.
Yeah. I do true.
You said 2.
Yeah, I do the 2 before we record.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
So that the 3rd is on camera. God, this game is so beautiful.
Agreed. It kind of got that lonely world vibes, you know?
Oh yeah, like Minecraft. Well, like early Minecraft. I honestly do not like new Minecraft, or like the modern Minecraft. It has different vibes.
Too alive.
Yeah, before
Too many mechanics they expect you to indulge in and do
no,
with.
no, it's just that the world feels so much more alive, and that's not a bad thing, but it doesn't feel it loses what I fell in love with when playing the original Minecraft.
Speaking of, Prince of Persia again. In this case, the 2008 game. I remember how that had like no NPCs outside of like the Prince and Alika.
Uh, Vaguely.
That's fair. It's fine if you don't remember. Anyway, so in Prince of Persia 2008 game, there's only like 7 main characters, 5 of which are bad guys. And the other 2 major characters only appear as like metaphorical beams of light and darkness, you know?
Yeah.
Anyway, um so the only 2 like heroic characters are the Prince and Elika. And the main thing about that is apparently at one point there were other NPCs planned for the game. But after a while, they kind of realized that it took away from the really interesting parts, so they basically trimmed all the NPCs out so they could just focus on the ones that like they found interesting.
That's fair. They had a vision, and they cut the content that was getting in the way of that vision.
Yeah, essentially they wanted to like make it a triple A indie game of sorts, or at least vibe-wise.
Hold on one moment. I just ran out of my pink lemonade, so I just need to grab another.
I
Thankfully.
burned through my can of Coca-Cola, so I'm on a polar seltzer now.
Oh. Yum.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, I needed that because I think this is one of the 2. I'm gonna be honest. I wasn't actually listening to which Colossus it was, but
Let me look at the environment. I think I might know which one it is. I'm just kind of like...
I think it's either one of the 2 bulls, and I know one of them's actually a dog, but or a lion or whatever. Yeah, it's either one of the 2 that I actually don't like, or it's the lizard. And it's a lizard.
Colosseum lizard, yeah.
Okay. This one, oh, yeah, this one. I like this one. Look at it go. It's adorable. If I remember correctly, the trick is I have to get low enough to it to aggro it, and then, ow. I mean, that's one way. But yeah, I have to aggro it and then get to the, like, one of these to... fall down? Ah, there it is.
I hate and love this fight at the same time. Right down, nice.
We got
You
that.
got off that extra stab.
Yeah. Oh, that extra stab turns the tide of the battle.
Oh, I love that he shoots lasers.
Oh yeah, this is such a good one.
I like that after like a few passes, they give you like a really aggressive one just to fuck with you.
Oh yeah.
You can shoot his like arms and legs.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
The belly's the best place to shoot him, but
Where is he? Trying to find where he's climbing.
I think he went up.
Nope, there he is. Ah.
Whoa, weird camera angle.
Oh, don't want to be in there. Okay, yeah, he's going upstairs. Where'd he go? Where is he? Guess he's further up. There he is. Oh, son of a... Of course, now he goes down. Oh, fuck! You fucking snuck up on me.
It's a giant-ass monster. How does it sneak up on you?
Very carefully, apparently. Camera. I don't know why the camera's giving me so much problems today. Ow.
Yeah, the camera was kind of janky in the original too, to be honest.
Get further up. Ow.
The sound effects in this game are so good, by the way. Just eat the damage. Or just somehow manage to fall and catch the ledge every time. Okay.
I'm doing that intentionally.
I mean, I get you're doing that intentionally, but that's still quite funny.
One more. Ooh. Yeah, no.
Scalar of the Colosseum.
Oh.
Oh. You know, for some reason I read that initially as Scalar of the Colossus, and I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
Reference to Scalar?
You know, Scalar could kill the Colossi.
Have you actually ever played Scalar?
I had it on a demo disc. Look, if you have any questions of if I've played a thing on the PlayStation, the answer will almost always be I had it on a demo disc. Oh, cutscene.
Fair enough, but Scalar's also on the GameCube, so...
Ah, we did it. She's alive.
Here's a look at the future. By the way, you're not in it. Guess why? You got 3 guesses. First 2 don't count.
Clearly, it's because he's a little...
Clearly it's because I'm getting her roses for her resurrection, and the line is long.
Clearly, because I'm out getting cigarettes while she tends to our child that she's carrying.
That's kind of fucked up, I'm going to be honest.
No, I don't mean... I mean literally holding a baby.
I mean, it's still fucked up.
Oh, man. Oh, hey, I love that they emphasize the darkness coming from his wrists.
Thy next foe is a man of red with blue overalls. His jumps are high and his brother is green.
His jumps are high and his brother tall. A rude awakening? Okay. We've
There's
been
a few
going
that could
for...
be.
What?
There's a few colossi that could be.
Yeah. I think this is one of the 2 that I don't like.
So let's give it a look. I'll see if I can guess.
It's not that one. That's the sand serpent, I think.
What's on the opposite side? I don't recognize either of those.
It would be Colossus. How many have we killed? 1, 2, 3,
9.
4,
Colossus 9.
5, 6, 7, 8. We've killed 8? Did we kill 4 today?
I think so.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we've killed...
This is the tortoise.
Oh, okay. Ah, I didn't realize that we killed 4 today. I thought we only killed 3.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, yeah, no, because... Okay. Oh, cool. Then that means I'm a hell of a lot more comfortable saying we should probably continue next time, since we're an hour 20 in.
Fair enough.
We did 4. You know, averaging 4 a session. We're halfway done, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. I expect, like, the last I expect like 5 sessions minimum though, because like some of the
Well,
latter
yeah.
colossi are gonna take you like half an hour.
Yeah, 6 at most. 6 sessions at most.
A full hour and a half dedicated to colossi number 16. Why not?
Honestly, I would be down for that. I really like its design and its gimmick. Anywho, thank you everybody for watching. This was this week's episode of Shadow Colossus. Tune in next week for more as we go turtle stomping.
Oh, here's something interesting.
Yeah.
There's a canceled Castlevania game I never knew about. Resurrection. It was for the Dreamcast.
Ooh, do you want to talk about
That's
it?
why it never released.
Because the Dreamcast kind of failed.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you. But actually, common challenge of the or no, sorry, I got disrupted. Tune in next week for more Shadow Colossus. Also on the channel, we have, as mentioned, we're going to be playing the Gex trilogy, and the remake. I am playing Mario Brothership, which we're gonna be entering the final area pretty soon. Let's see what else is on the channel. And there's a couple tabletop RPGs, including a new homebrew D&D 5e campaign, or 5.5e. Need to clarify. Called Tower of Apotheosis. I don't remember what Chalkfee called it, but yeah.
It's a name.
Yeah. So anywho, common challenge of the day. What game would you like to see remade, and by whom?
I would like to see Metal Gear Solid 3 remade by Kojima and nobody else.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, I'm not even like a big like Metal Gear Solid player. I've played a few of them, never really played many, but like I stand very firm on the fact that I very much hate everything
Konami.
Konami is doing with that series after how they treated him.
It's a pachinko machine now.
They got a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3 coming out,
They got a
but it's
remake
like
of the entire trilogy.
that was just a re-release.
Oh. Anywho, my answer.
Basically, they just repackaged the games he made, took his name off of them, and then resold them.
Yeah. My answer would be I would really like to see Mercury Steam do Super Metroid.
You know, I like to see like the TAC games make a resurgence, or Gex.
Yeah, they should remake the first 3 Gex games.
Well, this is just a re-release. It's basically just fancy emulators.
Oh.
Like a full-on proper Gex nowadays would be completely different.
Yeah. Well, anywho, with that out of the way, there's nothing left to say about it. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.